to back to back. Poor boy Sin, welcome to 2K TV, my man.
Hey, how you doing, LD?
I'm doing well. So, okay, I have to ask you.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Looking at the Thunder, they expended some energy getting out of the first round, closing it out in 6 games. Now the focus shifts to opening the series tonight on a positive note. The stakes have risen again. Round 2 of the postseason. Kenny, if you're starting out on the road, what do you have to do to steal one of the first 2 games?
Well, you know, they always say come out with focus, but you know what that means, Ernie? Energy and effort. That's something that every player has inside of them. All they have to do is unleash it. And then you try to build some early confidence.
So in this game, you just want to be close at the end so you have a shot. Then it comes down to execution. So down the stretch, got to make them big buckets.
Now let's go down to Kevin Harlan as we approach the tip.
From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. 2 survivors in the West meeting here in the conference semifinals, game 1. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hood out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul, and it's Nader in at the small forward spot. So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And here is Paul. Kicks it to Adams. Paul, right side. Good on the triple. Paul's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Lillard. Anthony left side. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
You don't teach that. You see the defense there, but Melo seems to navigate around or through it.
Paul looking around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And good. Got the English that time as it Paul.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Drills it from outside.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. Here's the lob to Adams. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And it's McCollum off the drive. Basket, good. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Whiteside following the shot by Chris Paul. Wasted no time on that one.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
And they get it. Oh, Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Count that one. Trailblazers have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Fires from deep, and there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. 8 points for C.J. McCollum.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Paul for three, and the Thunder another three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Lillard, and it's McCollum in the corner. And another three for Portland.
He is in a zone right now. Every three he puts up seems to be going down.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. We spoke about his approach coming into game one. He said we can't let our guard down. Being the higher seed means nothing if we come out flat. We have to play as though we have something to prove. The last thing we want is to lose home court. We'll see if they can come out with that energy that their coach is asking for.
Thank you, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Robertson, he's checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Trailblazers leading by 5. Shot from 12. And again, it's Portland converting.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now, here's Robertson. He's guarded closely. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, that's the kind of dirty work Andre Robertson loves to do. This guy battles for points on the interior. He's a good cutter, and man, we know he can guard.
Pass to Trent over Robertson. Trent can't hit. The Thunder have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. 1:05 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's McCollum. 11 points in the game. Trent gets the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Passes it to Robertson. Schroeder against McCollum. Here's Nader. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And it's Schroeder missing.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
The pass to Little. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Poke loose. Pass to Muscala. Here's Robertson. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. McCollum fires from way outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Portland out in front, up by 11. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for them. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Nurkic is out there with Little. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Trent in at the 2. Now here's Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Little. Hood comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Damian Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard outside. Over Paul. They get it again. Here's Anthony. Here's Nurkic. And finally they hit one. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Lillard against Paul. Makes it off the glass. Paul's got his third basket of the night.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Carmelo. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Under trailing by 10. Paul with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And it's sent back by Lillard. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Nurkic.
Well, nothing wrong with a little early offense. Anthony happy to oblige.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. Adams trying to free himself up. And he banks in the layup. Schroeder's got his second bucket. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Tipped away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Whiteside's checked in. On defense, the Thunder trailing by 10.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Over Robertson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Anthony with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Lets a floater go, and it's laid in by Paul. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Anthony in the corner. Shoots. Nice. 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Thunder trailing by 12. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Muscala in for Robertson. Little, he's checked in for Portland. Ariza comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Now here's Paul. He's got 10. And Noel kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Paul. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And it's Hood in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hood's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I don't think you can give Rodney Hood any daylight. He is extremely reliable from the perimeter.
Gallinari outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Lillard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's stolen by Muscala. Over in the corner, Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And it's 13 points for Chris Paul. Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard the pass to Ariza. And another three for Portland.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Lillard missing. Paul outside. Shoots from the baseline. There's Noel. And that concludes the first half. Trailblazers lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They're getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front of the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
So one half completed in this round 2 conference semifinal game. Ernie Johnson with Shaq and Kenny the Jet will be breaking down all the action. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. Boy, have they ever started this series off on the right foot. They've thrown down the gauntlet here in Game 1 with their intensity and effectiveness on both ends of the floor. Now, they've got a little bit of an intimidation factor going into the second half. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We return again with more playoff action from the Western Conference semifinal. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Nader in at the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
McCollum, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
From deep three-point range, the rebound by Steven Adams.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Gallinari, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Paul. hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Lillard attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Schroeder. Got a piece of it. Anthony right side. Adams, some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Gallinari. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
And he's able to get it back. Nader the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trailblazers leading by 10. It's Anthony with the drive. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Two minutes into the second half of play now. McCollum finds Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the defenders in tough spots.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second.
You know, Carmelo Anthony, problematic for the defense. He spends so much time at the line, keeps you on a string.
Here's Schroeder. The shot's good from Robertson. Robertson's got it back down to within single digits for Oklahoma City. Here's McCollum. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. From the arc, Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got 7.
And he just needs a sliver of space, and he's going to knock down that 3. The D has to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to guarding him.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Anthony on the double team. There's the pass to Nader. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Portland leading by 12. Here's Nurkic, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He has 6.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Now here's Adams. They recover it, and that one good. Noel's got his first 2 points of the night. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Outside Anthony lets the 3 fly, and the Trailblazers another 3.
You know, you can tell the three-point shot is something that Melo has developed over his course of time in the league.
Robertson kicks to Noel. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Noel throws it down.
Oh, Kev, love the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
Pass to Nurkic. Over Noel. Nurkic can't hit. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. It's a 13-point game. Nurkic with the steal. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Nurkic. 14 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Boy, how well does he use his frame to hold off the defense? Melo with the strong finish.
Knocked loose. Noel dishes to Robertson. To the paint. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. A shot by Anthony, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket. All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. McCollum against Schroeder. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Portland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt. Little out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And the rejection by Noel.
We know Noel is a superb shot blocker. It may be his best attribute, Kevin.
And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. McCollum's checked in for Portland. Thunder trailing by 19. Paul kicks to Noel. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by McCollum. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. On the money from 12 feet away.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Lillard attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The free throw drops for Lillard. Free throws good from Lillard. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Paul. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Lillard against Paul. Good. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And a wide open look for McCollum. A 3-pointer off the mark.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
And Noel throws it down.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And the Thunder making a change here. Nader's checked in.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Thunder trailing by 19. Gilgeous Alexander surveying the D. To the wing on the left. Paul against Lillard. A shot by Paul, no good.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
That free throw missing. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. And Portland with a change here too. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Second free throw, no good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, when Paul kicks it up a notch, it's thrilling to watch. Always in attack mode. Great at looking for his shot and making the D pay. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's Adams. Here's Gallinari. Nurkic with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. So it's the Thunder now, trailing by 19. 1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Lillard against Paul. Anthony right side. Over Gallinari. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got his 7th assist here tonight. Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Paul. Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, easy call.
First ball.
And he can't get the first one. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. That's off as well, so he misses both. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. It's Anthony with the drive. Up and in on the layup. Anthony's got 15 points in just the second half.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Carmelo Anthony.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Paul, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And now, here's Hazonia. He's guarded closely. Simons drills the three-pointer.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Baisley. Diallo Gallo inside. Covered by Anthony. Banked in off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Swanigan, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunity.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's Simon. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, Carmelo, we got a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get shots off when you're in tight coverage and the defender is right in your grill?
It's easy. If my man backed off on me, shoot it. If I got 2, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Always looking to move the ball whenever possible. Thanks, Carmelo. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.